The month of July 2025 is finally behind us, and while it was a quiet month for myself here at the Movie Apprentice, this was a month of sequels, a month of superheroes returning to the big screen, and of course, a sophomore effort. So, without further ado, we're going to jump right into the July 2025 tier list, specifically focusing on UK release dates. So, when you see Bring Her Back in this little video, know that yes, it has been out in the US for a while, but over here in the UK, we have only just got this movie. So we have must see cinema. These are the films that I feel like if you're a film fan, you must see. Physical purchase, those that I would happily own on physical Blu ray or 4K. Glad I watched are good movies that unfortunately I don't see myself ever watching again. Worth a stream are those nice disposable background movies to watch whilst you are doing other stuff. Not for me are those films that I can see other people enjoying, but for myself, I didn't enjoy them personally and do not watch. These are the films that I genuinely feel like you cannot get any enjoyment out of, and rarely does a film achieve this tier. So let's jump right into it. We are going to begin with The Bad Guys 2. Now, The Bad Guys 1 was a pleasant surprise. It's a simple concept. Yet when I watched it, I found myself thoroughly engrossed into the plot. And with this one, they only add to the chemistry of the bad guys and introduce some new blood that provides a welcome addition to the cast. And The Bad Guys 2 for me, it is one that I would say I would own this one physically. I genuinely would own this one physically. I feel like it's a lot of fun and it has a number of themes in there that I would very much enjoy watching. We got the return of superhero movies with the Fantastic Four, the third film from Marvel this year, and it took 4 attempts, ironically, but we finally got a decent Fantastic Four movie. Now, it's not a perfect movie. There are definitely a number of flaws I can point out with this one, but the Fantastic Four has a great cast. Galactus looks fantastic, though some of the CG is very questionable, particularly the CG baby. For me, Fantastic Four is one of those glad I watched. Like a lot of Marvel movies, I enjoy watching them, but I can't see myself personally revisiting this one. Then we get to I Know What You Did Last Summer, another requel that follows an old trend of bringing back cast members from the original and bringing them into a movie. And this one did not know what tone it wanted to go for. Genuinely, I'm watching this one and I am seeing it struggle to pick a tone. Was it supposed to be comical or was it supposed to be serious? It was very hard to pinpoint. And when we got to the killer reveal, they literally do a reveal to immediately distract us from the obvious reveal. Because from the moment this podcaster utters the word you when the killer was about to murder them after unmasking them, you knew the pool of potential suspects goes down to 2 or 3 individuals. And the fake out extra killer really threw it for a loop for me. I know what you did last summer. The only thing I liked about it was the fact that the best character had the best growth, survived the movie. It just wasn't for me. It was a inferior version of Scream back in the day, and it is an inferior version of Scream now. Then we get to Happy Gilmore 2, and it seems that there's a die-hard fan base for this one, and there are people that don't like it. I had a good time with Happy Gilmore. It's on Netflix. It's exactly where it should be. I enjoyed a decent amount of the comedy. I loved how everyone just happened to be the son or daughter of someone from the first movie. There's a lot of throwbacks saying looking at this. I enjoy the concept and I love Shooter McGavin and Happy Gilmore forming an alliance in this one. For me, this one is definitely worth a stream. Now, Jurassic World Rebirth, it seems that there is a divisiveness against this movie. So for me, it was a case of this film returned to basics. After the last couple of films that dealt with cloning and dinosaurs going out into the world and locusts, it just got very messy and convoluted. So they pulled it back for this one and just brought us back to basics. A group of survivors strapped on an island filled with dinosaurs, as well as a secondary family that you can relate more to, and seeing how that goes. And I ended up quite enjoying Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, don't get me wrong, it's nowhere near the levels of the first 2 Jurassic Parks for me. It was too predictable. There was no out and out surprising death for a character we found very likable. Everyone that died in this was pretty much a red shirt, but it's one that I thought was a return to safety and form for the franchise. It needs to go in other directions, definitely, but it's had some good set pieces. Worth a stream is definitely where I'd put Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, Bring Her Back, the sophomore effort by the Philippou brothers, is great. This is a horror movie that made me feel very uncomfortable, made me squeamish at certain points. This takes stuff from their first outing, Talk to Me, and really amplifies it. I have the question, do the Philippou brothers have a thing against kids? Because they are 2 for 2 now on a child doing some graphic, gory damage to themselves. And it's a genuinely disturbing watch. Unfortunately, I did not like the main character in this one. That meant I was less attached to how the film would play out. Bring Her Back is top of glad I watched from. In fact, no, physical purchase, because it is definitely one that I would happily own physically. Whilst it might be one that I just buy and never watch, I do like how this pair of directors are trying new stuff when it comes to horror movies. Then we get to James Gunn's Superman, and like the Fantastic Four, I thought it was really good. I definitely prefer it to Fantastic Four to offer that information up front, but it's not perfect. I definitely have flaws with the script and the exposition that comes about, and how some powerful moments don't feel as powerful by the end of it. But Superman for me, it's one I would happily physically own. I will put it above the bad guys. Quite a bad guys is a nice fun thing. I like how this film made us feel that we are in safe hands going forward in this universe. And I can't wait for Supergirl. I imagine it's going to go down a very dark path when we get to that movie, but I am excited for it. And I really enjoy the themes within this as well. And then finally, The Naked Gun starring Liam Neeson. That for me is going to go second on the physical purchase category, because it's just nice to see a comedy that is just a comedy. It's not trying to tell you a deep story or anything or trying anything subtle. It's just throwing a lot of jokes at you, and the plot only acts as a segue to bring us to those jokes. Liam Neeson is hilarious in this, and how dare I question him for this, because his cameo in Ted 2 should have proved that he could do this straight comedy. But they throw every angle of comedy into this movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So that's all the new releases that I watched in July of 2025. Again, quite a slow month. So if you've liked what you've seen on the channel, make sure you click that like button and subscribe for more video reviews, tier list rankings, and video essays coming at a regular interval. Let me know how you would rank your film releases from this month. Until next time, everybody, my name is Josh, I've been Movie Apprentice, and I'll see you all in the next video.